Hello and welcome to another version of the Uwin Iwin Breakfast Show. Today I have with me my creative design team, Trevor and Nicole. Trevor and Nicole, welcome to the show.
No, thank you, David.
You guys are certainly the creative engine behind many of our campaigns, what is seen visually both in print media, digital design. Nicole, tell me a little bit about the world of design and your role.
I think that considering the industry that we're in, which is incentives, our role more or less as a company is to create exceptional incentive programs to help drive and grow other businesses. Now, the part where design comes in is quite integral as we play a role in almost every department, from online all the way to travel.
That's right.
And the services that we provide range from creating look and feels for online programs and various communications to working on travel collateral and launch material.
Absolutely vital, the whole communication of all the elements from the launch of a program right through till the final acknowledgement of winners. Trevor, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, definitely. We're making sure that everything ties together as much as we want to sell the client itself, because the whole idea is to make sure that the client that we're serving shines more than anything.
100%, and you certainly do that. And we present collateral for the first time to new clients, and they go, "Wow, geez, that's exciting!" Yes. And that's really the whole motivational content has to be new, fresh, and exciting for people all the time, yes. And that demands a lot of extra input from a design and a content point of view.
And keeping on with the trends that are out there.
Tell us a little bit about the different age groups in our communities and how we have to be aware and mindful of that.
I think this is the part where the inner millennial comes out in saying that sometimes you got to get with the times. You know, you can't have an old way of doing something and then you expect people with a more modern mindset to grasp the entirety of the message you're trying to convey. So, you know, from a design perspective, I would say that we as designers would have to constantly be mindful of what's happening within the creative space so that we can do our work in accordance with that.
Nicole, going back to your inner millennial, and I know you've challenged me on a few occasions where I thought, really, is that the way it works now? And thankfully, we appreciate your kind of input from a different generational perspective, connecting in a different way and keeping us up and relevant. So another very interesting project that you've both been involved with in different ways is our relationship to the ARC 2030 project. That's been really collaboration of a global virtual team. Tell us a little bit, Nicole, first, how that's been for you.
Well, first of all, I think that it's quite amazing that we live in a time that even allows for this kind of collaboration. I mean, you're communicating with somebody from across the world and you're doing it within seconds, which is quite phenomenal if you really think about it. Especially considering the aim in mind, the intention of this entire project, it's quite amazing to be a part of it because I think that it's quite an effective way to get people interested and onto the bandwagon of doing something for the greater good.
Trev, tell us a little bit about the project and your perspective on it.
I'm loving every minute of it because it's actually putting something positive back to the world. But it's so amazing that a group of people can actually come together around the world and actually make sure that we put awareness and we give back.
So just to give you a little bit more insight into what ARC is about, it is an incredible sustainability project. We're using the power of both social platform and loyalty platforms. We can bring about the funding of large-scale eco-regenerative landscape projects. The world has lost almost 500 million hectares of ecosystem since the Industrial Revolution. ARC 2030 attempts to plot out a systematic way of restoring that kind of scale of ecosystem back in the world. And the funding comes from companies pledging for their net zero impact on the world and also from consumers swapping, earning and purchasing net zero offsets or ARC points. Thank you for joining us again on the Uwin Iwin Breakfast Show. Please leave your comments below and also check out our website uwiniwin.net.